What's up, guys? It's Drac, and we're back at it like a bad habit, which should be the official tagline for Elite 2.0. Alright, so today we're going to be reviewing this. This is the NERF Ranger PD-5. I don't know what the PD stands for. I do want to point out that given they're using this funky kind of tech font thing, it looks like it's the Ranger POS. Hopefully, it winds up delivering better performance than that. However, a brief overview of the packaging reveals that this is coming with 10 darts, holds 5 onboard capacity, 5 ready to go up here. It is Elite 2.0. And then on the back, it features both of those things, says that it's pump action, and that there is a stock attachment point. Let's go ahead and take it out of the package. So we're going to start with an aesthetic overview of the blaster going from the back to the front. We've got a stock attachment point. Clearly that's an in-strike stock attachment point. It's compatible with all of NERF stuff, along with a bunch of others. You've got a sling point attachment here, as well as here down in the base. The grip of the blaster, no safety on either side. Then the trigger. Trigger well is not bad. Then you've got a pump grip up here. Moving forward, you've got the different air kind of pathways that the single plunger is going to lead into a smart AR system up front. In front of that, you have 5 hexagon-shaped dart storage apertures on the front there. Those actually look pretty cool. Maybe I'm just partial to hexagons, who knows? Then you've got an in-strike rail on the top, which is, a pretty standard in-strike rail. It's got one detent there. You can put a scope or a sight, maybe a laser or a light. However, you've got a sling point attachment in front of that, so don't put the sling there if you plan on doing something there. You kind of got to choose how you want to use that real estate. And then up front, the business end is 5 barrels, and what I can only assume is a smart AR configuration. Insofar as paint goes on the blaster, I'm showing you the part that's visible in the box, and that's of course the beauty side of it, with a painted NERF logo and a painted Ranger logo. On the back, of course, our corporate overlords decided not to splurge on the extra paint and instead put all of the warning and deco stuff molded onto the blaster there. So one side looks pretty sharp. Obviously, this color scheme has either grown on you or you hate it completely, the orange and the turquoise. But now we'll go from aesthetics to talking about the ergonomics. The grip actually is quite nice. It's a pistol style grip, right? Not quite fencing. Pretty good. The knurling pattern in the mold release on the grip is very comfortable, allows you to have a lot of purchase on it, makes it easy to Terminator this sort of shotgun kind of thing. Obviously, you're not doing that with the stock on. All comments about the Tomcat stock aside. And yeah, it does flex a little bit, but I think that a lot of people have over-exaggerated the flex in this stock for just the actual flex in the attachment point there. Like the stock itself doesn't hold up to a ton of force, but it does stay pretty rigorous when constant force is applied. So a sharp blow, no, but just leaning on it like that, pretty good. I actually hurt my elbow there because this lip is not super comfortable. However, back to the Ranger itself. So that said, grip's good, stock's good. Foregrip is a little cramped, a little tight. It has smooth mold release over it, which isn't the best for purchasing. That said, this is a stock in-strike blaster. You don't need a lot of grip, not a lot of torque required to crank this bad boy into firing mode. So back and then forward and then fire. Pretty standard in-strike blaster. Does it have slam fire? Back. Yes, it does. The smart AR system lends itself very nicely to slam fire. And we ratcheted through all of those pretty cleanly. Reloading from the blaster itself is pretty comfortable, and obviously you don't have to be in order. That's the nature of a smart AR blaster. It'll fire through them just at whatever is the first available thing. Overall, blaster is quite compact, ergonomically pretty comfortable. If you're a really small foam flinger, it would be nice because it's super compact. If you're a little bit larger, you might find yourself kind of chicken-winged just because the grip is very close to the grip. The foregrip and the pump grip are close to the grip with the trigger system in it. If you have your finger out in front, there's no danger at all of crunching there. So overall, for $18, you get a pretty basic rough cut knockoff from the people who make the rough cut. Let's take it outside, do some crony, give you our final thoughts. So we're out here with the Elite Ranger, which at 18 bucks, I feel like is a strictly worse rough cut. I really like the rough cut, and I don't even mind some of their derivatives. While the Elite 2.0 version of the rough cut left a bad taste in some people's mouth, I think that the rough cut in general is just good enough. Getting 2 darts for 1 click is pretty sweet in general, but let's move through here and see what our crony says. 69, 71, 74, I missed, and 66. So unironically, kind of consistently in that elite Springer performance range, whereas usually with a smart AR, the further you go down in it, the more you drop your FPS. But we've gone ahead and shown you how easy it is to load off of the side saddle here. And we will take aim. I'm gonna bring it in. I'm gonna do the old elite a courtesy here. We're gonna come in from about 45, 48 feet down to roughly 25, just there. And let's see, as we dial it in, how close we can get with our SWAT gun. And there's no finer example of the accuracy of elite blasters and elite darts than that demonstration of, if you slow that down and watch it in half speed, I hit everything around my target. I had one go up, one go down, one go left, one go right. It was an almost comical example of how these guys just go in whatever direction that release hole, that compression tip seems to be. It is what it is. So if you want just a kind of blaster, and this is the only one on the shelf, I highly recommend going to Goodwill and seeing if you could find the old rough cut, because there's just no school like old school. But if you're pigeonholed into one of these, I would wait for a sale. I think that this is probably a solid pickup at about 10 bucks. It does exactly what you expect it to do. It's very consistent. I haven't had any misfires. I haven't had any issues with the AR. Obviously, you wouldn't want to store darts inside the blaster because you might wear out the AR springs, but a significant improvement over the Elite 2.0 Warden. And if nothing else, let's celebrate that. Much love, blast on, Drac out.